Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the match between the Crusaders and the Hurricanes. It is absolutely pouring down with rain at FMG Stadium, which is a big shame. Because who likes rain?
No one. Farmers like rain.
They do. Get a bit of moisture out there in the surface.
That's about it, really.
Mm.
I don't actually know anyone who actually likes the rain.
Mm. What other jobs require? Well, that's not really relevant at this stage. Chiefs versus Hurricanes.
Firefighters on specific days.
When there's rain.
You know.
It's good. Fire and rain. There you go. Let's go, lads. There's got to welcome in, but the lineups, we will go through the Chiefs first of all. It is going to be Aidan Ross, Simasoni Takiaho, and George Dyer as the front row for the Chiefs. Brody Retallick and Tupavai as the two. And the locking duo, Peter Kasawakula, Sam Kane, and Luke Jacobson, the loose forward trio. Brad Weber and Damian McKenzie at 9-10. Tino Nanasatoro out on the left wing. Anton Leonard-Brown and Alex Nankerville in the midfield. Amoni Narawa out on the right. And Sean Stevenson, the informed Sean Stevenson, I should mention, at number 15, perhaps just a little bit away from getting his All Blacks call up very soon. Looking through at the Hurricanes, they have made quite a few changes due to resting those All Blacks. So in the front row, Xavier Numia, Jacob Devery gets a big chance here at number 2, and Owen Franks, the veteran. He's probably, no, he's not quite. I was going to say my age plus your age added together equals Owen Franks' age. But I think he's about 42, 43, somewhere around there. James Blackwell and Isaiah Wakaliwere as the locking duo. Devon Flanders, Duplessis Karefi, and Braden Aosi in the loose forward trios.
Oh, no.
No, they've turned the lights off. They're doing the flames. Although fire and rain, you mentioned, didn't we? Hopefully it doesn't go out.
The Hurricane shirt's really yellow.
It is. I bloody love it.
Yeah.
You see why I want one? Because I like yellow.
I'm really a Hurricane supporter.
I just like their kit the most out of any side in Super Rugby. He might be for this week. He's going to be leading them out anyway. Kinina Holo at number 11, although the 19 combo, Cam Roygard and Aidan Morgan, Peter Umang and Jensen and Billy Proctor at the 9, or it's the 12 and the 13. It's very off-putting. You just go on ham on your foot. If anyone knows an athlete's foot sponsor, like this is the perfect time to tell them. You know?
I said to Hamish,
been working hard.
I've been working all day on a Saturday with boots on in the mud. I have a right to itch my foot.
He does.
If I was at home right now, I'll be itching my foot. So
yes,
suck your own ass.
Oh, that's a new one. Big love, lads. Says Sebastian. Cheers for the wins. Afternoon, gents. Let's go. The Kiwi lad says Nate. Up the Canes. Let's go. And cheese front is key, says Nate. Julian Savi out on the right wing. Josh Morby at number 15. So people would say that this game a little bit similar to Chiefs versus the Reds in regards to one of the sides has rested quite a few of their players.
Yeah.
So this game could actually be a little bit closer. George has Trenchfoot. There's Grant there and also Leinster to win today and go the Chiefs. Yes, says Reed. And tell you what, she's an absolute cracker of a night at FMG Stadium. It's one of those days that you actually hoped you got a bad ticket so that you can be undercover.
Yeah.
You know, whether or not everyone looked at the Weatherford.
I can never figure out whether I would want one right next to the grounds or one up in the stands. I always thought the ones up in the stands was a better view. You can just see more, you know? Like, I know you're not right close, so the winger isn't just standing next to you, but you can still see more. You know, you're higher up.
It's a curious one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then there's the extent of being too high up and the players are just little ants.
Yeah.
Running around, chasing after a crumb, also known as the ball. You got any fun facts for us before this game gets underway?
Do I, right? An ostrich's eye is bigger than his brain.
No wonder they get their heads stuck in like things.
Yeah, and one eye is bigger than the other, which is why they run in circles.
Well, there you go. Who would have thought it? Highlanders, did you watch it? I did indeed. It's a close game. Very close, but then the Highlanders just securing it in the end. That's going to be kicked off long by the Canes. And this matchup between the Canes and the Chiefs now underway. Now, yesterday, our scoreboard would not play the game. Today, it looks like it's back, which is great news because yesterday she was very frustrated. Now back into the pocket. Weber goes to D-Mac. The Mick McKenzie.
All Black starting first 5, eh?
Maybe. Who knows? If Weber's 9, I'd like to see it.
I don't know much about Weber.
Oh, yeah.
Only the fact that Aaron Smith has never let us down.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Do you know much about planets, though?
I know a little bit about Satan.
Satan. Did you know that Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise?
Whoa!
There you go. That's my little fun fact for you.
Shit.
Now,
Funny.
Sean
Oh my God, that
Stevenson
was
knocked
good
the
to
ball
see.
on. Roy Gard ends up with it now for the Canes. No matter how rainy it is, you can always spot a Hurricanes player because of that bright yellow strip. Peter Gus-Soakula.
Drawing past your twats.
Big opportunity for him in this game.
Yeah.
The loose forward trio. Just
Shouldn't that be
there's a few spots available. It's a mark.
Hurricanes ball though, because the Chiefs knocked it on?
Advantage over, I think they've gone with.
It was only on for like 1 second.
Hamish said, when? I don't think I did. I normally...
What was that?
I said it the other day, didn't I, when Tony was here.
Penis.
Got it, Hamish. And George, let's go up the Chiefs and going to give George a quiz question. Only if you are nice. There you go. Because he's a smart boy, isn't he?
Can I give...
You are, yes. Smart,
Sorry.
yeah. Ask him about farming. He'll tell you everything.
No, I won't.
Close to the touchline there, Jacob Devery. But just stays in the field of play, though, for the Canes. Now, Braden Ayosi going back across. 2 minutes into this contest. Duplessis Karifi. Big run from him. I want to see him score a try because he was the player last week. I was like, guaranteed try. Okay.
Win.
Okay.
I want to see the Hurricanes beat the Chiefs.
Mm.
You know?
I think that's been your goal the last few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm a
You wanna
Crusader supporter. And the enemy of my enemy is my best friend.
So whose enemy am I?
What? I'm just talking about the Crusaders.
Oh.
My enemy's enemy is my best friend.
Mm.
So the Hurricanes is my enemy's enemy.
Okay.
So they're my best friend.
Oh, that reminds me. We've got to feed them down in the basement after this.
Who?
But now, 38
What do you mean
or
your
2.
child?
My child? Where did he come from? Bulla, Hamish and George, looking forward to the drill game. Where's Mr. Kerr and Junaid? Junaid was here yesterday. He made 10 memes.
Did he?
Yep.
Oh.
You missed them.
No, I don't think I missed them, but I saw the Discord thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a look at them now, actually.
We were feeding the ball in pack weight. 42 kg advantage to the Chiefs, so they've been eating good last few weeks. That ball not really going to be able to go in. Dolman says, let's do it again. Evening, lads, says Mr. JJ. Welcome in. And also, we have got there.
Yeah, I can't see.
Okay, George, which two teams were in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final? You can do it.
2003?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I know, but
Drop kick.
Wasn't it Portugal and it was Australia, England?
Yeah.
Portugal and Romania.
That would be a final
I
and a
almost
half,
said
wouldn't it?
something about South Africa for a bit there
Mm-hmm.
because I was thinking of 2005. But that's not a World Cup year.
No.
2007.
Mm,
Didn't South Africa win it in 27?
yeah, maybe. Yes, and who won?
Australia.
Absolutely. Weber goes to the right. McKenzie now short ball to Aiden Ross, tackled by Owen Franks. McKenzie looks for the chip and chase. Atino Nana Satoro, favourable bounce, manages to clean it up. Didn't find the pass to Sean Stevenson that he was after, but Alex Nankerval in support now. Moon up to the 22. Chiefs on hot attack. Good work in there, though, from Kinina Holo. No, he gives away the penalty. No clear release. That's every time he goes into a breakdown, he gives away a penalty.
Why?
It's as if he doesn't know the rules.
I think he's struggling.
Mm.
Maybe he actually doesn't know the rules.
That's kind of like Roger Tuivasa-Sheck when he first went to Union, wasn't it?
He didn't know the rules.
Not
he never
really.
learned the rules. And he just pissed off.
Mm.
I don't like that guy.
It's a good bit of work from McKenzie there. He knows that he's got quick players on his outside, whether that's Nene Satoro, whether that's Stevenson. They're all going to be quick when it comes to chasing after that ball.
Yeah, man.
Now Tauchiaho, line out throw here for the Chiefs. They'll launch in. Brody Retallick claims it there at the rolling maul. That almost looked like maybe a bit of pre-engagement at the maul.
That's what she said.
Don't have the advantage, though. The Chiefs at the back with Tauchiaho.
Keep him out
Got
of
Weber
Hurricanes.
behind him, although it's Iwaka trying to get his hands on it. That's gone down. Is it short? No, it's not. It's a try. And that'll be Samasoni Takiaho. The Bulldozer getting himself the first try of the contest. Also, I'm a minute behind, says Big Light. And also, wife is not good or not going daddy anymore, thank God, says Brandon. So that is good news.
Brandon, she comes up to you and goes, "Daddy," and you're like, "No."
That was the couple weeks ago problem, wasn't it?
He's saying that she keep calling him daddy. I don't know if that's an issue, Brandon. Don't know if that's an issue.
I don't know.
I don't have women saying to me, "Daddy."
No, but wouldn't that feel weird? Like, imagine, right? You're in a meeting with her and her parents and like a couple other people, and then she says that to you, and her
daddy?
dad, and her dad turns around and looks as well.
Kind of funny, isn't it? And you look at her and you go, "Are you her daddy or am I her daddy?" And then there's a power play.
Yeah, well, there is. There's also a chance to get shot.
I'm her daddy. He's like, "I'm going to be your daddy, daddy-in-law." You go to a function. "Hey, daddy-in-law." It's like, shut up.
And Tonga and Chile in the 2023 World Cup final. Naya Narua.
Damien McKenzie missed.
Yeah, missed the try conversion, meaning they're still in the lead, 5 points to 0.
Missed the kick. Little Mr. Old Reliable over here. It's better than mine.
Did you wear your red and black today?
No.
Ah, that's a shame. Kicked off to the 22. Peter Gus takes it and runs straight at Peter Umaga Jensen. We saw his brother Thomas in action just a little bit earlier on.
Oh, did you?
Yep. You share something with Peter Umaga Jensen.
Oh.
You both have a brother named Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Tom's a great bloke, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Just don't get on his wrong side. It's the best way of describing Thomas.
Oh, these dickies dropped the ball.
They knocked it on, didn't they?
All the
Get your boots on, D-Mac. And also, we have got Chiefs Mana. Let's go. And good morning all the way from South Africa. Enjoy your commentary. Here's Cat Lego. I should mention we've got plenty more coming this weekend. At 9 p.m. tonight, I am going to be doing Samoa versus France in the sevens. That is then followed by Waratahs versus Fiji and draw, which is then followed by Samoa versus Australia. Then we've got a couple more sevens games, including South Africa versus USA. Then we go through to 3 a.m., which is Spain versus Samoa. And then the final of the Champions Cup, La Rochelle versus Leinster. You'll be joining for that one, won't you?
What time is that one?
It's at 3:45 a.m.
It's at 8 a.m.
Well, we can't change it now,
Yeah, we could.
sadly. Should we send them an email?
Yeah, I think we should have a chat with them about that.
Full time, says Kato. Not quite. We're only 8 minutes in at this stage. Now the Chiefs in position again. Weber goes off to Takiaho. McKenzie looks for the grubber in behind again. And Nankerville jumps on it. Finds the offload up to Sam Kane. Xavier out there on the wing. He's getting close to beating the record for most tries. Yep.
Brilliant. Yep. He hasn't scored a try in like 10 years.
No, he's been struggling a bit. I think he's got 3 this season, which he took about an 8-game break before he got his double not too long ago. George, I got a good idea. If she said daddy, just fart in her mouth.
I mean, when you're at a wedding or something, Brandon, you can try and do that, but people will start beating you up. Because I don't know if that's domestic violence or not, Brandon.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know in what scenario you get to that position.
Well, I feel like if she resists, you're going to have to force it, and that's bad. You're like, give me your hand. She's like, no, give me. Put on your mouth. You're like, oh my God, this is getting really bad.
Yes. Not ideal.
Put it in your mouth.
Phases in. Via with the offload to Amoni Narua. Ball knocked on this time by Samasoni Takiaho.
Who am I? The whole Chiefs forward pack. Shut up.
Jeez, those 2 losses really hit you deep, didn't they?
Oh, I'm just mocking my enemies. No, if they were playing an Australian side, I'd want them to win.
Okay.
Definitely if they were playing like, when they played the British and Irish Lions, I want them to win. Just, I want the Hurricanes to beat them.
So, question. Hurricanes beat the Chiefs, but it means the Crusaders lose a home final.
Yeah. As long as the Chiefs just humbled
Well,
a little
they'll
bit.
stay at number 1. It's just the Hurricanes would then take Crusaders' spot.
Yeah.
So they'll play at Sky Stadium rather than Orange Theory.
Oh, well.
You know? Crusaders lost a couple games on the road this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
You know.
Shut your face. Has anyone else seen the video of the really cute Israeli military girl who makes that face? I'm genuinely curious. There's a clip that went viral early in the week. There's a girl, she's in the Israel military. She's having an argument with a man, and she goes, I was like, oh, she's so good looking. I'll find it. Has anyone else seen it? Anyone who's been on social media, TikTok, Instagram, it went viral. It went viral.
No Anton Leonard Brown in the Chiefs, says Joe Weaver. Yeah, he's missing for this one. And also Waikato Chiefs Mana. Says Christopher, nice run forward from Aidan Morgan now for the Hurricanes. Around the side, Xavier Numi. It finds the offload of Roygard again. Moving up to the 22, Franks. The right-hand side, Wakaliwere cross to Morby. Almost pierces the gap. Hey, George, your side's about to score.
Yeah, good on them.
You're going to miss
on this video, though, isn't it?
Roygard, he's had a fantastic season. Old mate number 9. Frank's taken down by Sam Kane. Like grandpa tackling your other grandpa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Duplessis Karifi. All in mind, that might, no, not quite a penalty. Spent too much time on the net. Well, you spend too much time on the net, says Mr. JJ. Also, Kiwi lads, George, evening to you too. No, you probably can't play it because of the music. Now back across Morby. 22 metres out from the line. Nankerville with the counter ruck there for the Chiefs. And it looks like a Moni Narawa. Tino Nana Setoro also trying to help out. Now 25 metres out from the line. Roygard goes across to Morgan. Another step from Brayden IOC. Couple post contact meters. Munga Jensen. This is a big phase play here for the Hurricanes. They're up to 16 in a row. They haven't really made that many meters, and now the ball's been dropped by Brayden Aosi, and that will go back for the Chiefs scrum. Who would you pick, Roygard or Drummond? Roygard every day of the week. Also, who scored? So that's the video.
No, that's more to it, but that's the face you. Yeah, I gotta find the.
Would you accept the term that you are a simp?
No.
No, you don't think so?
No.
I don't even know what that really means. I just know people say it online. You know, who scored the Chiefs try? Chiefs try was scored by Samasoni Takiaho. Yeah, doing very well for himself.
Nice.
Isn't that a nice song, eh? That used to be a Cadbury ad, didn't it? Back in the day, wouldn't it be nice if the world was Cadbury? Was what they'd say, and like the kids in the back seat were like eating each other, all sorts, eating the door of the car. It was quite the venture. Absolutely pouring down with rain at the moment. Looks like, oh no, Jacob Devery might be injured. You know what that means?
No.
That means they're going to have to dig deep into their stocks.
Deep as, gee.
6 matches, 1 try. He's getting a good old rub down on the back of the neck from the medic there, just trying to get the shoulder loose. They are just zooming in. There's Ross Taylor. Jeez. No, he was watching a bit of rugby. That's a fella next to him as well. Who's that guy?
That's a fella.
It looks like it's not Dan Christian, but I know that he's kind of well known, I believe. Ross Taylor having a good old chat at the rugby as Ralph Lau and Dougie Howlett. That is true. The two are above him at the moment, and also multitasking. The out of it. There's Lightfoot. It's absolutely terrible weather in the Wellies, windy and rainy. See, it's raining here as well, but luckily I think it's lighting up, but I would prefer if it lightened up there because it's absolutely bucketing. Although they show those sight, the good thing with this camera angle is it doesn't catch all of the rain, does it? Luckily, we can still see the Hurricanes because they're in that bright yellow kit. You know?
You're weird, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna kick this, aren't they?
Big scrum there. Both sides go up.
Reset. Just tap and go.
We love a good scrum
I
reset,
really do
don't we?
think World Rugby need to make it so there's less scrum resets because it just is boring.
Well, they're supposed to be. They're only supposed to take 30 seconds and you're allowed one reset, but they
should
seem
just
to use that every time.
It should just be one scrum attempt, if that, tap it, go. You're just pissing around.
But would teams use that to their advantage if they've got a weak scrum? They just shake it around a little bit.
If you see evidence that they're purposely, ruining the scrum, it's the other team's penalty. The same way as it always works.
The Highlanders did not deserve the win, in my opinion. Says Barnes plays. Yeah, they got very lucky up against the Rebels, and also surely Money get it, they'll win. Says Kiriyama. Hopefully I've said that correctly, but that is going to be a nice pass off to Damien McKenzie once again going for the kick and behind off his left. The bus. He's got it. He's fueled up. He's ready to go. He's gone across to Kenny Naholo. The bus 2.0. Taken down.
Buses, don't they? There's some winger team in it.
Yeah. Although Kenny Naholo hasn't quite found his feet.
He hasn't really. I haven't seen highlights of him or anything.
That's because he's got wheels.
What do you mean?
Well, he's the bus, isn't he? 2.0.
He's got wheels.
Yeah, he's got wheels.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
I don't think I've ever heard someone sing that song so violently.
Yeah, well, a violent story.
Is it?
He ends up running over a whole pedestrian.
All day long?
Yeah.
So the bus driver...
the person gets jammed under the wheel. Jams up, burns smoke. But he keeps going. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all except one.
Which has a body in it, apparently. But yeah, like the bus driver, when does he get his break? Because all day long, does that mean he sleeps at night?
Probably.
Or does that mean he just keeps on going? Do they consider a day a 24-hour cycle?
I don't know,
These are all questions that we need answers to. 15 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. And Roygaard is ready to boot the ball off his left. Everyone loves a left boot kick today.
It, but he's
really missed where it was going, isn't
he?
What
do they reckon's wrong with Kenny? Like in terms of skills. Do you think he's one of those kids that was just a high school wonder boy, or?
I think he's one of those boys that's still growing into his frame.
Or do you think he's kind of like one of those boys that played in a team and they imported a Fijian Samoan and was like, scored 10 tries in one game. See, some 12-year-olds.
The thing is, Kenny's good when he hangs on to it, but he drops it quite a bit, which then makes it harder for him to build momentum. Unlike, Savi has had his fair share of drops throughout his career, hasn't he? But I think Kenny's only a young boy. Like, I swear he's only like 21 or something.
He's not that young for rugby.
Isn't it weird that some of these players out there are younger than us?
I seriously.
We're like old.
Sometimes I actually go, I'm 24. I'm 24.
Yeah, you are.
I feel like I'm 22. I shouldn't be.
You're bloody old, aren't you? I'm not 24 yet.
I'm like, what the?
24 sounds old.
24.
Like, but not. Like you're.
Like Javonte Davis. How old is he?
The boxer.
Yeah, 21.
A weird comparison.
Yeah, but he's like this guy that's out there making $10 billion a year, and I'm like, oh shit.
Do you remember the Rolo commercial with the elephant from the 90s? No, but we're not quite to that age. And Kane's mana incoming and greeting Sammy and St. George. Welcome in, Mumbo Jumbo. Is George staying for the Lynch match? Probably not, because he likes sleeping. Oh, came off the foot there of Devery. I'm going to quickly look up Kenny Naholo's age. Kenny Naholo. Kenny Naholo. Bet he's going to be like 47. 24. He's the same age as us. When's his B-day?
I thought he was only like 21.
Well, that's because I just said that, yeah.
Oh, I see.
When did you say that? He's born 16th of April, 1999. So he's had his birthday recently. So he's very similar age to yourself.
Yeah. That's such shit defense from the Hurricanes there.
Good tackle made by Savia, though.
That gap was huge.
We need George in the ABs. What position would you want to play if you played in the ABs?
I'd actually quite like to play halfback.
Okay.
I never really got to play it when I did play. But
Yeah. That could happen.
Playing in the back line was so shit. I actually wanted to be a forward.
Well, that's because with your team, every breakdown was a turnover to the other team, wasn't it?
It was so shit. I just didn't want to play anymore. I was like, I literally go there stand in a line in the freezing cold and wait for them to get the ball and run at me all day.
All day long.
And then we get the ball and the forwards just run and drop it and then lose it. And I was standing out there like, keep the ball. And then they decide to do a run off the back of the ruck. I mean,
that's like when I used to play. Like our halfback and our fly half didn't pass it. So it was them two doing everything. So we never got to touch the ball out on the wing. I was only like this tall, so I was only a little fella.
Like, this is me all the way up into under 16.
I
remember 1 year in under 14s and a half, and we had to go in with the age group above us, and we had a guy called Jared. And Jared was in the centre and I was on the wing, and he would never pass the ball. And he would always just try to run it himself. No matter how many people tried to tackle him, he wouldn't try and pass me the ball. I remember one day, the coach just lost his shit. He's like, Jared, you fucking passed the bloody ball. And he got kicked, and he was just, the whole team hated him because he'd always want to go, I'm going to be the first five. I want to be the first five. And he'd grab it and just wouldn't pass it. So useless.
Yeah.
Becoming a drug addict.
He's got about 7 kids, doesn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Got enough for the sevens team.
Yeah.
None of them will pass. 20 minutes in. 10 metres out for the line at the moment, the Hurricanes. That was a good rolling maul attempt from the Chiefs earlier on. Just didn't quite get over the line, though. Played on the wing and didn't get much ball on the wing. The thing is, these young guys, you got to drill it into them.
That's just how it is with the under 14s, under 15s, under 16s, under 18s. Everyone wants to have a run.
Because the thing is, all they need to realize is if you pass the ball to someone and they get into that gap, and then maybe the last defender comes across, they might pass it back to you. And it saves you trying to go through like 7 people.
And it was just like there'll be entire seasons where I'd score maybe 1 try. I only scored like 2 tries out of like 5, 6 seasons from playing rugby.
Yep.
Simply because they would not pass the ball. I never got the ball. I mean, there was one time when I took off the back of the ruck and I scored a 4-field try. And I just ran. And everyone's like, oh, he's quite good. So like, well, Jesus, I've never had the ball. That's why. Whenever I get it, it's always a hospital pass, and I just get nailed. Someone doesn't want it, so they'll pass it to him. What am I going to do with it? Useless.
Are you sure it's not because that one time you were like, what am I going to do with it? That they were like, maybe don't pass it to him.
It's just stupid. That's why I just got sick. I got sick of standing there on a frozen field every Saturday morning, standing there waiting for some big Fijian to run at me all day.
Peter Gus, 2 minutes out from the line now for the Chiefs. An advantage as well. Now Tupavai reaches out, scores the try.
They haven't got their A team, have they? It's their P team or nothing.
He's very happy about that one.
Assholes.
And also, Fiji team currently down 10-0. Very hard to score against 16 Wallaroos. There's Ezra there. It also sounds like my teammates, no one wants to pass the ball. And also, we have got every team has a Jared George. Grant as well.
You were saying the other day that our local side can't get enough players. I'm not surprised. It's honestly such a you've got training every Tuesday and Thursday. Now that I work, I'm not in school. I can't imagine finishing work at 5 and going to rugby practice. Stuff that, man. Oh man,
you gotta have that.
Not be bothered doing that. You gotta really love playing rugby to have the motivation to go out. 7:30 and it gets to like -1 in the winter and play rugby. Oh, it's fun at school because all your schoolmates go with you and you knock off at 3 o'clock, 3:30 at school, and everyone goes down there. And when you're working for a living, stuff that, man. I just I'd rather be a coach.
I feel like your first message to the side will be pass the ball.
Be less shit.
Don't be a Jared. That kick's gone away again from Damien McKenzie.
God, this is great.
10-0 at the moment for the Chiefs. The local side's actually not doing too bad at the moment, though. Even though they are lacking numbers, they still seem to go out and...
I didn't say, hey, Michelle, the Chiefs doing.
Well, it's not
Dunno,
that's not the Chiefs. That's
Go
the,
the Hurricanes.
I was talking about our local,
It's just it's
local
the
side.
Hurricanes B
You
side.
know?
The Hurricanes B team, isn't it? You know, so
Yeah.
they're expected to lose. Easy game for the Chiefs.
Yeah, but it's in the local side
Oh,
in
yeah.
our rugby grounds.
Yeah.
You know, they're going all right. Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
And through to the final last year, beating the favourites
Yeah.
as well. We'll have to go to one of their games one day. Jared might be. He plays for a team up north, doesn't he? I saw his name in a starting lineup the other day. Yeah. We got a babysitter in. That's now
His
going to
sister
be.
was kind of hot.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm trying to get in here.
Tried to get her to pass a different kind of balls, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you cover Highlanders Rebels? We did not know. And also,
in here. Did he drop
it?
He did.
Yes.
He's
shit. Up hitting him. And you two and me need to play a game of rugby together, says Badza. Do you pass?
You want us to versus you?
Spear tackles got banned. Gotta love high school lunchtime rugby and such. I used to love a good old, not allowed to do it now, but it used to be like an almost jump on, not quite onto the back, but like jump and slide down, tackle. I remember when we used to play force back because I was tiny back at the start. No, when we were like high school, 11, 12, I think it was. You know how everyone used to play force back? Yeah. Or not force back, sorry, ball rush?
Yeah. Run it straight, bro. Broke the little boy's arm.
I remember that.
Broke his arm.
And you thought he was joking, so you started grabbing at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you're a smart ass with him and Isaac, not Isaac, another Isaac, they were being smart asses, and I said, run it straight. Don't do your stupid little goose step. Run it straight.
He had a good goosey.
He ran straight. I dump trucked him. He put his arm out and it snapped in half. I was like, ha! Take that! And he's like, my arm is broken. I'm like, get up, you little. My arm. I'm like, get up. And he was like, bro, his arm's like at a different angle. I'm like, you get up, little bit.
Yeah, you tried to get the jackal, get the turnover and the breakdown.
Such a smart ass. Like, well, now your arm's broken, isn't it? So
you need to go to the local match, do the live commentary. George can be a pitch side commentator. The problem with that is everyone would hear George, even the players.
Yeah.
So, like, they'd hear if he says that they're bad.
And that player over there, he's shit.
And then they would end up coming over and having a bit of a chat.
You calling me shit? You play rugby. I'm like, nah, I'd be shit as well.
And the problem is, when they come over, he'd be like, he said it. Hamish said it. It wasn't me. Hamish. Disappointing Chiefs lost to the Rebels. Hey, when did that happen? Also, I play rugby out on the wing, says Connor. And I was like, yeah, no frills tackle. Ball rush on the tennis court. Ouch.
Yes, ball rush on the tennis court. He plays it on concrete. You mean like a grass tennis court?
No, you got to get the mix right, don't you? You either play it. You can play touch ball rush.
Ball rush. Yeah, but that's not ball rush. That's just tag.
That's not. Did you ever used to play octopus at primary school?
How did that go again?
Well, you needed friends to start. But it's when you have like the cones laid out, and then one person runs, and then if they get tagged, they become seaweed.
Oh yeah, they have to stand in one place.
Yeah, you're allowed to step and try and touch.
In PE in that, every time the guys would go, "Let's play ball rush," but the teacher would say, "Let's play octopus." I'm like, "No, octopus is the stupid version of ball rush." Yes. We'd always end up convincing the teacher to let us play ball rush, and then a child would get hurt, and then the teacher would go, "I bloody knew this would happen, isn't it? His concussion, he's bleeding out his eyes." I'm like, "Well, it's just a fun game to play." Like, you hit him as hard as you could, didn't you? Now I'm going to lose my job. We're going back to playing bloody octopus.
That was not a straight throw from the Chiefs, I should mention.
Now, that's weird
scrum feed for the Hurricanes.
Oh, that would be horrible, man.
How many beers you need tonight? I feel like he's already had 47.
Yeah, I've already had a Kelsey.
Well, yeah, he had his chocolate milk. He bloody goes nuts on a chocolate milk.
I love it.
It's really concerning. I don't know what they put in it, but tell you what, these are the results, ladies and gents. He just, see, and now he's tired. It just happens in waves. He'll have a quick spell and then he'll be back at it in 5 minutes. When When's the London 7 start? Very soon. Hamish can just hide behind me and George. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I feel like I'm more of a distributor than a runner.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm more of a pass the ball than try and run it.
You say that to a coach, he's going, shut up.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a bit more of a distributor. So shut up.
Hey, you need them in your team.
I wanted to be number 8.
Someone like a Brad Weber, he's a bit more of a distributor. Yeah, but your team lost 95% of their scrums, didn't they?
No. In the under 40s and a half, we went straight to the final.
Did you guys get
7 games straight without a loss?
What age do you start pushing at scrums and lifting at lineouts?
Under 12 or something?
Somewhere around there, isn't it?
I think, yeah.
Because I remember it used to be you had to get into scrum position, but you weren't allowed to push.
Yeah.
So we had like your bloody cousin who grew like he was a grown man when he was 6.
Yeah.
We had him in the side, and we were thinking, oh, God, he's going to push them all over, but you're not allowed to push.
Yeah.
Lineouts, you'd throw it at him. He was like 10 meters above the rest of the team. He'd just put up one hand, go, cheers, yep. And then that kid punched him in the balls in the scrum. That caused problems.
Oh, that man's been killed. Damien.
Morning, Hamish. I see that George is back, dragging away from his gaming.
Did you just see that? Damien just got thrown away. Yeah, has anyone else seen that?
Damien gets up, though.
But he just got thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was injured. I was like, no. I don't like the guy.
Here comes Kinney. Breaking the line. He's not passing. And he's blown the opportunity for the try. Slidden into touch.
There was a man on your right.
Yep. He doesn't pass.
He didn't even try.
He's Jared. Jared Naholo. That's who he is.
There's a man on his right. Like, he did bloody well.
Yep.
Really, really well here.
Morby's no slouch.
Man on your right. Nah, I mean, Morby wouldn't have been able to do much.
But it would have kept it in the field.
I could tell from that Kenny didn't even look. He was just all about me. Get him off. Take him off the field. He's a ball hog.
Yeah.
He's a winger. But, you know.
So George, you and your teammates should have given Gerald, I think it's Jared, the nickname Gandalf. Get it? You shall not pass. Yeah, good. Now it's going to be kicked in behind from the Chiefs, relieving some of the pressure, and punched the big kid in the mummy daddy button. Tried and tested tactic. Yeah, well, it worked. Because, tell you what, your cousin, for the size of him, because he was 7 or so he was still a young boy, really. Yeah. You know, there were tears from getting punched in the testicles. Yeah. He didn't like that.
He didn't like it.
No. And then the coach, because they did it about 3 times, he wore his gear. It's always those. Probably. You know, it's always those kids who are young that have your gear on that are just little mongrels. Yeah, you want to drop them.
There was one kid that played for Celtic, and he had the headgear. And he was really quick and stepped. Came across our team, stepped through the whole lot, scored like 5 tries, right? Mm-hmm. We get to first 15. He's a short guy. He's playing for Timaru Boys High School first 15. He tries it with the Waitaki boys, and a Kinina Holo type grabs him and drags him like up to halfway. And he's like, we never saw him ever again.
No.
And like everyone in my age group, we were playing, because this would have been under 14s and a half, so then a lot of their players would sometimes play first 15. And we saw him play the game after us, and he just got dragged, and that was it. You know, someone who thought he was probably very good just didn't know what to do when people figured out how to catch this little worm.
Oh, straight through Aidan Morgan, knock on. Chiefs with the scrum. And he then became an All Black. That was Cullen Grace. No, like, it wasn't. You did play against him a little bit, didn't you?
Cullen, and I watched Cullen play for Timaru Boys High once. He did play for a little bit for Timaru, and then he went to Christchurch. I watched him play against Timaru Boys High for a Christchurch first 15 when they came down to play against the Colts. But, you know, like friendly.
9 handling errors so far. Yeah, that's quite a few for 32 minutes of rugby, isn't it?
Yeah,
but they're playing underwater. You know, it's almost water rugby, like water polo. What's polo outside of the water? Isn't that on horses?
Yeah.
So why don't they put the horses in the water?
Because you're going to have a big bit of water, you know.
Yeah, horses can swim, can't they?
Well, yeah, I just feel like it might be a little bit dangerous.
Health and safety. George, I said you sound like a loose forward number 8. First time seeing, by the way. Welcome in, Ice.
Cheers.
I feel like you would have potential as a. I
played in the forwards a few times because they'll get short numbers, and I always enjoyed it more because you could actually grab the ball off the ruck and run with it for once. And I enjoyed getting in the ruck and pushing people. I really enjoyed that manhandling other men.
No,
like even in the 40s and a half, George is just picking people up and moving them, physically moving them.
Yeah.
And every single time that one guy that you'd sort of push, he would come out with a bit of a vengeance, and he'll push you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go!" You know what I mean? But yeah. Whereas the wings just stand out there like, okay.
Well, that's the thing. When you're in those young age groups and there's a bit of argy-bargy, as a winger, it's actually the hardest part of the game because you've got to decide, well, do I want to travel 50 meters to go try and see what's happening over there, or do I just stand out there and do a couple stretches?
Often I'll just come into the back line. Like, I'm going to stand here until you give me the ball.
Just take first receiver role.
Yeah, that's what you'd often do. You'd be like, I'm going to hit it up now. And then you'd hit it up and you'd get somewhere, and they're like, holy shit.
Always a short memory, though, because they just don't do it again.
Yeah, no.
Oh, penalty to the Hurricanes, 5 meters out from their own line. Taokiaho frustrated there. You wouldn't want to try and push him backwards. No, he's quite a solid bloke. The polo bats don't work that well underwater. The horses will be fine, though, says Grant. And George, the ABs have a vacancy for a team mascot. What is your costume?
I'll dress up like Scott Robertson when Foster's the coach.
Okay.
And then when Scott Robertson's the coach, I'll dress up like Ian Foster.
Strategic.
Scott's out there, he's like, shit, it's Ian. What's he doing out there on the field?
I feel like you can make a pretty good Ian Foster costume if you really wanted to.
It's going to be real weird seeing Scott Robertson being the head coach of the All Blacks. I wonder who's going to be Crusaders coach.
Field Stevenson. He'll be an All Black.
Who's the Canterbury coach right now?
What's his face? Can't think of the name off my head. He's a part of the Crusaders coaching setup, I believe.
Become the head coach for Canterbury. Well, Crusaders.
Behind Moni Narawa. Been passed around a few Super Rugby teams.
Sound bicycle, is he?
Everyone has a ride. No, well, that doesn't really work in this scenario because everyone's not riding him. He's riding them.
Is he just a bit of an unloyal little fellow?
Well, he's just wanting some game time, I think is the best way of putting it.
Good?
No, he's good. The Blues, they had about 15 wingers, so they were like, we don't really need a 16th.
So what other teams do you play for?
I think he was back in his day. I think he was a Hurricane. He's also been at a couple other teams for Bunnings EBC level. And I was like, let's stick to the rugby, please, guys. Says Christian. Yeah, George, he enjoys going off topic quite a bit.
I'm actually a really good Christian.
Last night's game shows that the Reds win last week was a fluke. I don't know. They were close at times up against the Blues. I thought they fought pretty well up against like a Blues side that weren't playing their best rugby, but still had to play quite strongly because of the way that they were playing.
Do you mean that the Reds shouldn't have been the Chiefs?
He's saying that it was a fluke because they bet them.
So is this a Chiefs supporter?
Probably. Or a Blues supporter.
I think.
I would say. Oh, no, he's actually Junior Ryder might be a Canes man.
I like the Reds. I was very happy when I saw them beat the Chiefs. Did the Chiefs drop a whole lot of players for that game?
They did, yes.
Yeah, they got a little bit cocky, didn't they?
Well, they had to do their manual stand down.
It's going to win. It's going to be easy.
Big run here. Like the Hurricanes. 35 meters out from the line. Peter Umaga Jensen goes off now to Proctor in the midfield. Haven't really seen him have the ball too much throughout this one.
Rugby.
Roy Gart goes back across. It's actually Caleb Delaney out there. I believe he was the replacement a little bit earlier on. We haven't seen too much of Duplessis Karefi either in the last little while. I'm a Canes fan, Irish. I got there in the end. I just had to name all the North Island sides first. Kick downfield from Nankerville. Blues had to step up. They also got a hiding from the Satyrs last week. There's Nate there. That is true.
Hiding. What was the score of that game?
15-3.
That's not a hiding.
It was one of their worst losses since 2003 in terms of the amount of points they were able to score.
Against the Christian, but I mean, they didn't get a hiding though. I mean, it was pretty even. 15 points to 3 isn't hiding.
It looked knocked on there.
You know? I thought they did rather well.
Karifi. Oh, Kinney's dropped the ball.
Oh my god.
And in the All Blacks game back in the 70s, a referee sent off an All Black player or plagued the rest of his teammates, did not want him to go off. Same with the other team. So the ref ended game early.
What?
There you go. Not a single try, says Blues Nate. Brockton, my number one chance for AB's 13, says Mumbo Jumbo. It's interesting, isn't it? Because the ABs at the moment, they seem to have quite a few 13 options, but not many 12s, I would say. I think 12 so far, they've got Havili, maybe Leonard Brown if he wants to go to 12, but Tuivasa-Sheck, I don't see them selecting just because if he's already shown he's just going to ditch straight after.
Yeah, no, I don't want to select him unless I have bad injuries.
Oh, it was almost turned over by the Canes, but
I
Samasoni
mean,
Taukeiaho now driving.
If you're the Blues, why would you select Tuivasa-Sheck? Like, you're going to give that young winger or that young whatever position a chance instead because he's going to build deep.
Mistake from McKenzie. Oh, dodging two players who actually both pressed A at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like in rugby, you have all the players all diving simultaneously. That was a bit of a bad joke, I'd say. There's a big shot going in from Isaiah Wakaliawere low. You might have to ask your mum and dad if they remember that match. They're not here. Sadly, they left me all by myself.
His dad went out to get the milk, didn't come back. Then his mum was like, "Oh, stop this! I'm gonna go get some milk." And he didn't come back.
Yeah. Well, if they went to the same place you went, you probably got the last chocolate milk.
I don't think they would have been getting chocolate milk. I don't think they would get milk at all, mate. I think they've left you.
My mum quite likes a strawberry milk. Quite fond of that.
They honestly
Going
need
high.
to make those Kelsey Storm yellow fresh ones bigger.
They do.
They don't. They're not as good. Those clear ones. They're not as good. Those ones here are really good. Really happy with those.
Those. McKenzie tried to take the dive and catch, and he didn't quite get it right.
Is that McKenzie being under?
I would say that.
Where was he when they were playing the Reds? Was he playing?
Yes, but they didn't have Weber as 9. Instead, they had Cortez Aratama.
Oh, so you're saying that when he doesn't have his preferred 9, he's useless?
That's pretty much what I've said the whole season, if you've been listening.
This is the issue.
You know?
This is why I don't like him.
And that's why
a real first
anytime
would have stepped up. Dan Carter would have stepped up. Said, I don't give a shit who's my number 9.
Yeah, well, the problem was it wasn't just a McKenzie scenario. The Fords weren't doing their job.
Yeah.
So I guess you wouldn't blame that, would you?
I just don't like his inconsistencies.
No.
He's just, put him against a team that doesn't know how to defend. He's all day was always really good.
Like the Crusaders when they played them twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's actually true. And everyone's like, he's the best. And you put him against a team that knows how to dominate. And he won't have any options.
The Reds, I guess, is the only example there, isn't it?
Have, pushed them. He will not be anywhere to be seen.
7 seconds remaining. Yay, there's Anton Leonard-Brown. Hey, he's at number 12. I told someone he wasn't earlier on. How long till 9-9 Irish time? How long till 9-9 Irish time? Like 9 past 9? I don't know Irish time, Connor. But 9-9 Irish time, Connor? I would assume is like, well, for us, 9-9's in about an hour and 20 minutes. You know? And also we have got there, after watching last night's game, Mark Talia's already got his name in the World Cup. Dude's legit. Says junior rider. Interesting. It was weird seeing Talia because I swear he only touched the ball like 2 times throughout that game. But that was just me. He might have been doing stuff off the ball. No, I'm saying Talia, I didn't see as much of him, but when I saw him, he had a decent run.
Are too controversial.
You think?
Shut up.
Okay.
Enough of that, please. He's good.
Roy Gard goes back across. It was good to see that his defense is improving, though, I will say. What match are you talking about that you must ask your dad about? Oh. Apparently one in 1970s when there was a player who wouldn't go off the field, so they stopped the game. Is what Huey Gamer was saying. That's going to be another knock on there. And I think, is that going to be halftime? We're going back for the penalty. It looks like it's going to be halftime now. And the score is 10-0. in favor of the Chiefs. How do you feel about that first half? Are you happy? The conditions, I'll be honest, if this was a dry game, this would have been a fantastic one.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the wet weather in Waikato has caused the game to be very different.
That, so, you know.
Yeah.
That shit.
So would you say that they've played well
Hurricanes
for...
will be in the final,
Well, they might take the Crusaders home final.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but
They're
going to be in
about
the finals.
4 or 5. Yeah, they should be. They're in the top 8. It's just whether or not they're going to be home final, which will give them that bit of an edge to get into those semis, you know? You know a thing or two about semi-finals, don't you?
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
We covered last year's semi-final together, I believe.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
We covered the final together as well. I think you came round.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had Isaac round for last year's final. We're going to have to do that again, aren't we?
Yeah.
You want to head up to Christchurch for the weekend? He's so keen, ladies and gents. And AB's played Andy Lizaya's Blacks 76. I don't remember an incident like that. Must have been in a series against someone else. Also, we have got there. Hamish, are you going to do the URC and the other one? We certainly are. We have got Champions Cup game tonight. I will be covering La Rochelle versus Leinster. That is at 3:45 a.m. We've also got a few 7 streams before that, though. But then, yeah, we will be doing that game. And then next week, we will be doing the URC final between the Stormers and Munster. We have also got a rugby challenge video that will be coming out based around that game. So be sure to keep an eye out for that one. We've actually only recently released a Leinster La Rochelle one on the channel too.
We have actually, haven't we?
Yeah, it was your job to promote it. Why not, eh?
We have to talk about rugby. Christensen's going to get pissed off.
It is about rugby, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's about rugby. And also, that is late. Yeah, it is. But then straight after that one, we've actually got New Zealand versus South Africa in the 7th. So I'll be going to bed probably somewhere around 7 a.m. tonight, tomorrow. And then you want to film it in the early afternoon, don't you?
About 10 a.m.
10 a.m. So, yeah, a couple hours sleep. George will come around. We'll do some filming. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Or who do you think is going to win? I think there's a good chance that Leinster should get the job done just because they'll be angry about what happened last week. And they should have their strongest team out there now. Bulavanaka, watching from Fiji. Welcome in, mate. If you are doing well, we are actually covering a Fijian game of rugby sevens and the Fijian Drua game that is taking place just around the corner. Clear is great best winger going around in New Zealand, says Joe Webby. And I'd be in bed like 10 p.m. I am dead, says Pads Ablaze. Also, is Corey Jane still head coach? I think he's at least their coach, isn't he, Corey Jane, for the Hurricanes? Looking forward to Leinster versus La Rochelle final later today. Hammy says Mumbo Jumbo. Yep, should be a very good one. And the thing is, I hope it's close and hopefully it runs to schedule. Because if it runs to plan, I will be able to do that South African New Zealand game straight after. If it doesn't, though, it's going to be a bit tricky. We might have some overlaps.
Pezza says, hey, George, guess what? What am I guessing, Pezza? What do you want me to guess? What could it be, Hamish?
Well,
what could Pezza Blaze want me to guess?
The thing is, it's either going to be something about how he feels that he would be able to beat you in a fight.
Okay.
Because that's happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
It might be...
In a fight quite a few times?
No, just he talks about it. It could be something about how his finger's injured. He injured his finger at rugby the other week. Could also be that.
Yeah.
Haha, you said what? Okay, no, that was a bit anticlimactic, wasn't it? Right, shame. I thought we were going to have something there.
That was quite a shit joke. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll expect you to do better next time. Thank you.
URC rugby is phenomenal. Diamani is a monster. He's a fantastic player. I'm wondering whether or not they're going to have Dion Foree there as well. You all right? You're struggling a bit, are you?
Yeah.
It's all that chocolate milk.
Oh, McCain.
You know, it's blocking up the pipes.
Shut up. Oh, McCain's bloody going to do it again.
Upper Hut, Rep Welly Price, says Big Light. Rain is still falling at the ground. 2 tries. Taukiaho and Tupavai. The only 2 try scorers so far throughout this contest. You laughed, so it was great. I think we laughed more out of sympathy. You know?
Guess what? I have to say it because it's in a sentence, Petty.
Leinster in Dublin is an uphill task. Says Munster, true. Or sorry, says Mumbo, but Munster, they were able to do nicely. And the legend Dion Ferrer is fit for next week, so yeah, he's going to be dangerous. And the fact that he's got so many turnovers throughout the season, I think he's got the second most or somewhere around there. I know that Heinrich Lowe was a little bit ahead of him for the Bulls, but Dion Ferrer, I think he's been injured for a couple more games, so he's actually had less time to get those turnovers. And he has still been very, very dangerous in a breakdown. Like, yes, he gives away a few penalties, but that's always going to happen when you're putting your body in there and hoping to get that steal. They are just showing the highlights of the 2 tries. The Chiefs and Hurricanes. It's kind of the point of a commentary stream, isn't it? Yes. And Ricky Duarte is back for South Africa.
Oh, I heard a story about rugby.
Okay.
James Marshall.
Yeah.
The ex-rugby player lost the contract for the World Cup, which means he's not going to be commentating in the World Cup.
Wait, James or Justin?
Justin Marshall.
Okay.
Isn't commentating, lost the contract for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So that year, as someone New Zealanders will recognise a lot, isn't going to be around for the World Cup.
That's because we signed our contract. Kicked him out of the box. We did. Got the contract back there. It said, "Hey, you want to go alongside Grant?"
How much are they paying me?
Or £10 because Kerr's just donated.
I don't get that money.
George, it's been a while. He's been missing you.
Me?
It might be
Is
for
that
you.
For me?
Might be.
Where's my money?
More to yours.
Where's my money? Is that my money, Kerr?
George has been doing well, Kerr. Well done to Munster. Solid season.
Thank you, Kerr. My own fan. How's the boat, Kerr? Is it still floating?
Hope
you
so.
know, your wife on the boat, eh?
Oh, lovely. Kurt, decent effort from Glasgow earlier on. I saw the score. It favoured Toulon, but to be honest, I don't know how Toulon won in the Champions Cup rather than the Challenge. Like, they did very well, I thought. And it was your best pick of the commentators. I mean, Grant Nisbet's probably one that everyone knows. Ian Smith on the sidelines, normally something that people hear as well and go, oh, yeah. And then, I mean, Muls Muliaina, he's been doing quite a bit of commentary lately. You did?
A lot of people do not like Justin. I don't know why.
Well, that's because you like him because he's a Crusaders supporter.
I like him because he talks about rugby really well. Grant Nisbet doesn't talk about it in depth as much as Justin.
That's because he's not hired to do that. They have 2 commentary roles, right? You got the play-by-play guy, which is Grant Nisbet, and then you've got the analytical side, which is Justin Marshall.
Yeah.
So Grant's not allowed to go too analytical because that's Justin's job. You know? Justin's got to get his words out there for the peeps. And you either love or hate Marshall. I hope Munster will win the URC final against the Stormers, says Patrick. Hello, boys. Hurricanes not looking good. Too many drop balls from the heavy rain. Yeah, it's pissing down, unfortunately, which is a right shame because we like dry rugby. You know?
Look at these kids with their large glad wrap bags.
Because there are some things that you would prefer not to have be too dry. But rugby, I think's one that just a little tiny bit of moisture on the surface, allow the players to slide, and she's going to be a good day. Hopefully it's not raining for Drua versus Waratahs. That is the next game that we are doing on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I think Diamani is going to be a World Cup star. Box. Can't exclude him with from the selection. We're posting more GoPro cricket videos, says Darren. Well, we've got about 3 or 4 that are just sitting on the hard drive at the moment. Probably around the Ashes might be when the next ones are coming out. And also, we've got wet rugby as a forwards paradise. Well, these forwards have been dropping the ball quite often, sadly, which, I mean, it's unlucky, but then it's to be expected when you see the dampness. And like I said, if this game was played in dry conditions, this game could be like 21 points to 17 at the moment. But instead, because it's slippery, because it's wet and what's that called? No, yeah, well, it is, but sludgy. Is that the word I was after? Not really. Because it's a bit sludgy, makes it harder. Because how bad the Highlanders are doing, they will win Super Rugby, George. Has to butter Highlanders top deal. No, I haven't even got what that one's what that one's about. Normally, I'm pretty good at putting them together.
Because how bad the Highlanders are doing, if they win Super Rugby, it has to butter Tom. Well, they're not going to win Super Rugby because they're not even.
Oh, no, I get it now. If the Highlanders win Super Rugby, he wants you to buy a Highlanders top. That's what it is. He wants you to get their kit.
They're not going to win Super Rugby. They're not even going to be in the finals.
That sounds like a challenge to me. Is that a bet?
No.
No? Keith Quinn.
Dicky, mate.
No.
Why would they make a bet about a team to be in the finals when they're not going to be in the finals? It's already confirmed.
Well, then it's safe, isn't it?
No.
It's a safe bet.
Shove it up your own ass, man.
Well, I'd rather shove it up mine than yours. Whatever it is, my words. Half time, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, George. He's on a high at the moment. Kerr, you heading away to Leinster La Rochelle soon, aren't you? Oh, not right. He's going to both the Challenge Cup and Champions Cup finals.
Really?
He is.
Where is he at the moment?
Well,
Where would you be at the
that would
moment?
mean he's in Ireland.
In Ireland?
Yeah. I believe so.
I've got that right. Soon. It's like 9 a.m. in Ireland right now.
Yeah, but you go for the day, don't you?
Yeah, you're not going to the game now. You're in the city.
Can't dish out challenges without donation incentives, says Kerr. Yeah, that's true. Kerr donated last night for my Auckland trip. Nice. Are you coming to Auckland?
No.
No? Why not?
Because I have a job.
Oh.
And because I don't know when you're doing it. So in order for me to get time off, I need to know when you're doing it. In order to get time off from my job.
True. Have some confidence in your team, George. Take the bet, mate. Says Joss. Oh, yeah.
Well, you shut up, all right? In my team, I don't support the Highlanders.
And don't feel too bad. I'm sure he can afford it. Says the big light. And also, we have a live Samish. Says Bads Ablaze. You're not coming to Auckland, Patty. Me and Kerr and Tony, the boys, we're going to get a frog. You will love the story Kerr told me the other day. One night when he was absolutely sloshed, him and the boys, they found a frog, put it in a container. Or no, sorry, he bought a frog from a guy because he couldn't get the catfish. So he bought the frog, took it to a strip club, and the frog, they bought lap dancers for it.
Really?
Yes.
So the frog's just sitting there like, yeah, this is a bloody vibe.
Just all the flashing lights, and
this
it's just
is a vibe.
And
the
then
stripper's like, give it to me, little frog. You're a stripper, you see a frog just sitting there on the chair, and he's like, yeah, 30s, dance to me, woman. Come on now.
Also, George job shaming Hamish says, Grant, yeah. Well, for the next 2 weeks, I'm unemployed, other than, I guess, my YouTube. But I would call that a little, well, it's become my job because my dad's in Fiji.
Oh, yeah. He's so, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with that? Is that for cricket?
No.
Is that for golf?
Yes.
I mean, why should he win it or something?
No, they've entered a tournament over there, which is like a 4-day teams event. In Fiji.
So, okay.
So I'm here alone.
That's a very expensive golf trip.
It is. So you have to hope to win it, you know.
Well, they'll probably only win like $100 if they win, don't they?
Oh no, it's a bit bigger than that, I think. Oh, right. But yeah, so I'm here, but because he's like we've finished the jobs that we were doing, so we're not starting another one until he gets back. So I am chilling here. Yep.
Help me on the ends.
I could give you a hand, yeah.
I'll also do a casual contract to work Monday to Wednesday.
That'd be all right.
Yeah, you can ask him.
What do you do on the yams?
You just pick out clods, separate the yams from the plant. I might put you on the other harvester with Joel. Start at 9, knock off at 4, piece of piss.
Nice.
You should actually ask him. It's easy hours for you. He'll probably say yes. I'm sure he can put you on the other harvester. They've only got 3 people on their harvester.
Kiwi Lad's parents enjoying the vacation in Fiji, says Nate. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I was offered the chance to go to Fiji with them. But I had to politely decline. Yeah. Too many streams on. Don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to be like over there. Plus, if I was doing streams while over there, you just feel like your days go too quick. Because, like, streaming wise, it's already the 5th month. So I feel like I do a couple weekends of streams, and all of a sudden I'm back here.
Yeah.
You know, party at yours, says Asifa. Absolutely, I'll invite everyone.
It's a Saturday night. You know, let's get some strippers over.
Where would you even find one around these
You'd
parts?
have to get them to come down from like Christchurch.
Yeah,
You just have to employ an escort.
You'd have to pay travel.
Yeah.
You know, everything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
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 Right, Shane, take me back to the islands.
Yeah,
Big
why
like,
you say it like that?
because he said die.
Take me back to the islands.
I was also stretching, so I think that's why it came out a bit different. George, can you touch your nose with your tongue?
No.
No?
No.
You
I'm
sure?
not trying it.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Can you lick your elbow?
No.
You can run from
You
Peter
suck
Gus.
your own dick.
No, not quite. Be quite difficult to do, I think.
You're lucky, bruv. You're lucky.
Oh,
Come on.
better turn over.
Come on.
It looks like it's held up, so this
That
will
was
become
like
maybe
Rugby Times
Chiefs
4,
ball.
where the players just don't commit to the ruck. Good work, guys.
40 minutes go. Home to the header. Let's go soon. Also, we have got there undercover, so staying nice and dry. Says no mum for her being at this game. No mum. Big shot though. But I think as Iwaka may have hurt himself in the process. And is that how good the Chiefs is? 10 points, says Spider Mick. Also, time for a beer, boys. And the scorecard doesn't look like moving, Amish. What's going on? Says Spider Mick. It's working now.
Flanders.
Going off the field. You're being a Chiefs forward, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were.
That's what they're like when they're losing.
Where's the ref?
I have tennis today because I'm from Hamilton.
Kerr likes the Hurricanes. You and him are on the same page.
I don't love the Hurricanes, but I like the team that could potentially beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
And I think I'm not the only one who's sitting here thinking we want the Chiefs to lose.
You seem so.
I'm not the only one.
You seem so salty.
A lot of people who support the Highlanders, the Hurricanes,
I
the
know.
Crusaders,
I know, buddy.
the Blues will want the Chiefs to lose because it's nice to see the team that beat their team lose. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Lots of people were happy when the Reds beat the Chiefs. You know?
Yeah.
It just is.
That's what it is, isn't it? The V-Man has said, today when I was in town, some batty geezer threw Fanta on me motor car. And my dog was the only one that see who did it. Cops told me to grow up and would not take her statement. Says the V-Man. Right, so you pissed off a woman and she threw Fanta at you is what you're saying, is it? Although
some Betty. Is that a woman? What's a Betty?
I don't know. And George is a chocolate cuddles kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love cuddles.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. Crisp? Yeah. Going high. You got a couple contacts in your phone that might come around for
Well, no, not the latest one. She's weird. Russian. No shit, guys. I was going to see a Russian hooker.
Why would you tell everyone? Weber, back to D-Mac. Kicked him behind.
That's D-Mac's only skill.
It's up nice now.
Kick. He doesn't know how to do the same, but with passes. He just chips and kicks.
We go with the ball at the back. And the ref sitting on every couch in New Zealand. Sitting, or says Evo. Or the reef.
The reef sitting in the... I think he means reef. Reef. Are you meaning I'm a reef?
Maybe.
I'm confused.
Now Mackenzie. There's a bit of a step almost through. Proctor drags him down. 35 out from the line now, the Chiefs. They'll want another try. And the thing is, if they get another try, they're sitting in a bonus point position.
I think that's going concealed. Hurricanes don't even look like closing. They've been close, but they've got to get more than closer at least another 2 or 3 times.
Do you think they're missing their big players?
I think they're not going to win.
I'll pick Peter Gus. He had a white lock any given day. Interesting. So you'd have Peter Gus as your lock, I assume,
Damn.
in that scenario.
Why
Kenzie. Now off to Nankerville. Kicked him on from Sean Stevenson. That's up now for Aidan Morgan. Puts it downfield. I should mention after the stream, ladies and gentlemen, at 9 p.m, I will be doing a live stream between Samoa and France. Sure to keep an eye out for that in the sevens. That is London sevens. And then straight after that, we have got Waratahs versus the Fijian Drua as the next game.
I get home and the fan has eaten that chicken and going to KFC.
Right. You'll be a bit tight.
Yeah, more like McDonald's.
Chiefs is winning, says boy customer. They are at the moment. Yes, 10-0. Xavier Numia bumps off the challenge of Sam Cane.
I just don't think they're going to get anywhere. They're going to kick it and give the ball back to the Chiefs.
The problem is territory, isn't it? They've been inside.
If they kick it and give it back, they're not going to score tries. That's just that.
So we just get in the breeze past George and his Russian companion. Or are we going to breeze past George, Russian companion then? Yeah. He is fun, don't you? Yeah. Oh, nice skidding kick.
They kicked it away, and now they're back at the 22.
Aidan Ross, Simasoni Takiao, and George Dyer, solid front row. Yeah, the Chiefs, the thing is, they had a 42 kg advantage over the Hurricanes at the scrum. That was almost a 50-22 from Sean Stevens. It hasn't been hugely there in this game, I guess you'd say.
The
just
Chiefs
because
now theoretically just have to pay it past the halfway in this stage. You know what I mean? So every time they get the ball, they just kick it downfield. So now the Hurricanes have lost the ball in their own 22. So they had it, they kicked it away. Now they've lost the ball in their own 22. You know what I mean?
Now Weber across the Tupavai, home at work now. We'll catch up between logging away nicely now. And with Azadi, he is missing from this match. He is on All Blacks stand down time. Same with Geordie Barrett. Same with, I think, Dane Coles was one of the names that they had in there as one of the stand downs. Drive forward again here. Same with Asafa Amor. Oh, nice step.
Stand down, is it?
It's pretty much they have to have a compulsory like week off at some stage. Kenzie inside ball to Narawa. 10 meters out, and you can slide quite a few extra meters here. Weber with the snipe round the side of the breakdown. Just short of the line. Hurricanes trying their absolute best to keep this one in that breakdown for as long as possible, getting themselves set. Retallick drives his legs like he was on ice there, just not quite able to get the legs pumping. That's very close to the line. Dolman's confused. He's telling everyone to piss off so that he can have some space to look at the TMO. Looks like Tupavai's claiming the try, though. There are forces. Imagine everyone had a week off last week. Red's a lucky night. And also, all the 30-year-old All Blacks rested. Here's the big light. And the young ones, too. And fair play. But I think Peter Gus' skill dynamic is far superior. Mumbo jumbo. Around the side, Vai reaches out. That looks close to the line.
Nah. Shut up. It's not. It's not.
No, that camera's too low.
Yeah, no, you got to see the white line.
Seeing the line there. Karefi didn't look like he was hand fighting too much. Like normally what you would end up doing in that scenario if it was over is you'd push it back as much as you could. No, so I agree. Need the new blood for the next World Cup cycle, that's for sure. And my mate, Nate, it's a YouTuber. Did you know that? My mate Nate fought in the Kingpin boxing tournament recently against King Kenny. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
fun fact.
King Kenny, is he the Baker squad?
He is, yes. Well done.
Yeah.
Big stretch. Out. Chiefs sitting 15-0 up. And McKenzie gets that kick over. 17 points to 0 now in favour of the Chiefs. Getting a little bit more one-sided. McKenzie having a joke with Takiaho. McKenzie was laughing. Takiaho did not even crack a smile. He's a serious man. But Tupavai, 2 tries from throughout this contest.
He's going to be an All Black, eh?
Well, he is, yeah. Yep. Kicked off long. Oh, Vai had a bit of a juggle, but he managed to regather. Tackled by the bus. McKenzie.
Bam!
Got time to kick it down the middle of the park.
So I'll kick this
Oh,
back.
Morgan thinks about the running option, I believe. He might even go for the up and under. Yes, he does. Bit of distance, kicks it out on the full. I'll go back to where it was kicked from. And Artie, as good as he is too small against bigger guys. This will factor heavily against European sides. Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi. Oh, just out on the full.
I mean, I've seen Artie Sarve a bump off money for like you know.
Time says, listen, go. We are at 48 minutes through. Crusader supporter, but screaming for the Chiefs. There's boy customer there. Okay, interesting. You're Crusader supporter screaming for the Canes, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're the opposite of boy customer. Female customer, right? Hey? Al Weber. On off to Tolkiaho. Driven down by Isaiah Wakaleo, where he might also be within a crack of possible AB's call-up. Now Weber. Back to McKenzie, looking to run it now to the short side. Big shot.
That was a good tackle.
That was Kinney.
That was a good tackle. He spotted that from a mile away.
Hamish rocking fans again. Lots of matches. That is true. Yeah, next game going to be Samoa versus France. That is at 9 p.m. and I will be doing that one all on my lonesome. Why not?
Yeah.
A nice big run from Big Brody Retallick.
Big brother.
Goes off to Weber. Inside ball.
Brody gets a bit of riz going when he wants to.
I think. Well, his nickname is Guzzler.
What is he trying to go for a guy? Is he a wife? He'll have a wife, won't he?
Probably. I think she's quite small.
She would be compared to Brody.
No, I think she might even be small.
Dwarf?
In terms, no.
She dwarf?
No.
Is Brody Retallick in a relationship with a dwarf?
No.
Imagine that.
What'll be wrong with that?
You just throw her around. No, what you're doing doesn't want to throw you.
Right. That's actually a sport. Well, it became a sport in some Irish pubs.
Throwing dwarfs at walls.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So
yeah, it was one of those. It was a terrible scenario because one got seriously injured. Unfortunately,
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
I don't think it's good for you to be thrown at walls. Oh my god!
Elsa Colby was man of the match. His boy customer.
Weber just got fucked up, man. He just got bumped off.
Get yourself a Weber Q.
That's
a big knock on.
You dickheads.
Now the scrum for the Chiefs.
You had a chance. Catch the ball. Hold on to the ball.
Doing the graveyard shift, says Mumbo Jumbo Kiwi. She always working, old Roof. Keeping busy. Your impression of a dog, is it?
Look at this. You know, he got buggered up. They were doing so well. Then that dickhead dropped the ball. You get one chance with the ball. You're making good ground. Catch the ball. It's not hard.
Well, it is. It's quite slippery out there.
But it's not. You know, understand the importance of the situation and put in a little bit more effort. You know.
Ollie Norris now making his way onto the field. That is for Aiden Ross.
Streamer.
No, he's not allowed to play at the moment. He's in controversy, isn't he?
Has he been kicked off kick yet?
Don't know. I haven't been reading up on it. Also, the other change, Dyer is off the field.
Really?
Yep. He's been replaced. And also the Hamish and the George emojis. Hamish and George should do a commentary with dreadlocks and crochet red, green, yellow hats, reggae style. I think that we get pretty cancelled pretty quick. That scenario. I think the Jamaicans would not like us much.
Yeah.
How many minutes left, says boy customer? Still another 29 for this contest. But we've had a lot of scrums throughout it, but that is due to the handling errors they have amassed throughout the game. Another scrum feed for the Chiefs now on the halfway line. 45 meters out. Wow.
Did you get to bring your cuddle blanket? Nah, just not cold.
Nice counter up there
Hurricanes
from the.
Giving this a bit. Oh, this messy.
Well, Stevenson's done well there because he's actually joined the breakdown when he should have probably been in the back line, but it's meant that they retain the ball. It's like it's becoming. Is it a rolling ball now? Referee has not said that it is. Now he is.
Give him the ball. There we go, lads.
Yay. There's Ruth.
Chiefs fans up. See, look at the Hurricanes. They win a penalty. There's none of this. You know? Hurricane, you know, the Chiefs, the minute they get a penalty, shut up. I hate it when they do that in cricket too. I hate it, man.
Well, when they get a wicket.
When they get a wicket, they're like, shut up, all right? Shut up. Like, it's gloating, you know? It's like in the NFL when a player scores a touchdown and he gets in the face of the opposition and then they actually take the touchdown off. It's gloating. It's bad sportsmanship. And I hate it when the rugby players clap, but they clap right in the faces of the other team. Like, even when the All Blacks and the Crusaders do it, I'm like, don't do that. Just be humble, be happy with what you got, and get on with it. Don't act like you just won the game because you haven't. Same with whenever you go to like an All Blacks or Crusaders game, they go, I'm like, shut up. You know what I mean?
So I consider the ultimate arrogance, you know, maybe like a post-match celebration, such as like a break dance or something after winning.
You've
like,
won it. Scott Robinson does that when he won the Super Rugby. He didn't do it straight up. He didn't run down onto the field and start breakdancing. The other team's left. He's just celebrating with his team.
I enjoyed Taufa Funaki last night. He did a cross shot to the crowd.
Oh, yeah. That's after the game. That's when
that was during. That was when he scored a try. I
don't like it when teams go, yay, right in the face of the other players. I'm like that with the Crusaders. I hate it when they do it. It's just, don't be a dick. You know?
And what's irritating George this morning? Great entertainment. Tell you what, there's a list.
We need to have a segment. We do need to have a segment. What annoys George?
That's pretty much when we do a co-live stream. Yeah. That's just that's the 2 hour.
Yeah.
This annoys George today. Chocolate milk not coming in a big enough container was the one earlier on, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you're unhappy that they come in little boxes. I remember. No, doesn't count. Into touch now. 26 minutes remaining. The Hurricanes, if they score now, they'll have a decent chance. I reckon when you score a try, the other team has to scull a beer, says Steve-O. It would be interesting by the time you get near the end of the match.
Fun. God, if YouTube allow people to drink on YouTube videos, we would already have one of me just running around drunk.
I'm just thinking of like New Zealand versus, let's say, Namibia or someone.
Ray Arcee's on. Ray Arcee is a player that I like.
Okay.
I feel like he's got a lot more potential. They need to get him running a bit more. He just looks like a player that has a lot of potential. You know?
Australia Rugby Brumbies versus Chiefs. HMG Stadium, Canberra next. Yes. No, not quite. Next game we are doing Fijian draw versus Waratahs. But yeah, that will be the next game for the Chiefs. They've got a couple tough games getting near the end. Them versus Western Force will always be interesting. Hamish Storm and the Dolphins tonight. Did Ray Arcee make a mistake, did he? He's your boy, though. Now the Chiefs counter-attack. A little bit of a slip there. Ball still available for the Chiefs, though. Damien McKenzie now knock-on advantage against the Hurricanes. You want to go up against Scotland or Ireland? Says there, oh, yeah, that's true. They'd drink you under the table, wouldn't they? There'd be no disadvantage if you scored 10 tries against them. They'll all just be like, yep, we'll just keep playing. She'll be right.
The Irish aren't as good at drinking as you think.
Depends on the Irish person. Because that's like saying that, like, Kiwis, some of us aren't very good at drinking. But that's because, you're testing it on a 5-year-old.
The Irish people, it also depends on what you're drinking. Because the Irish, when we had our Irish guys over here, they're like, oh, we could drink this all under the table. But, you know, how many beers can your average Kiwi bloke drink on a Thursday evening? He can easily have 10 and go home quite happy. You know
of course, walking, not driving.
Yeah, but then you give an Irish guy and they have, you know, I don't know. It depends on what your average size drink is. It depends on how much alcohol's in it, you know.
Stephen loved a vodka Red Bull, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is he's like, we're going to have 15 of those and be fine. But then that's not the same as a big bottle of Space. That's all alcohol, not a little shot of vodka and Red Bull. You know, it's not the same.
Stephen was a great bloke, wasn't he?
No.
We hated him. He was all right. George, get a vodka Red Bull down here.
Oh,
get another vodka Red Bull.
I hated him towards the
end. Another one. George, have a vodka Red Bull with me. Let's say, wouldn't he?
I went to him one day. I said, Stephen, can you clean the tractor and trailer? I don't know what you're saying. Just do it.
Then, yeah, you had a few vodka Red Bulls with Stephen. And then that night you were...
I didn't think of it. So I was enjoying my vodka Red Bulls, right? I'm not usually someone who gets scared of drinking too much alcohol, right? And then I was sitting there, You know, I had about 6 by this stage, and then I thought, I don't think I've realised how much Red Bull I've had tonight, because I was sitting there, my hands started tingling. I was like, I might need to hold up here, because I actually thought about it. I was like, having 2 Red Bulls in one day is dangerous. I've had 7 tonight. This is bad. I didn't think of it because I was enjoying drinking them. You know?
There you go. Kira's got the donation. Can you describe what those emojis
That
mean?
is.
Come on, do it. You can do it. Look at the pictures.
Thumbs up and bell.
Yep. So what does that mean?
Thumbs up and bell.
Good. What does it mean in this context?
It means like and subscribe.
Yep. Try for Josh Morby as well for the Hurricanes there. Josh Morby.
And then we got a bloody watermelon. We got a kiwi fruit and 2 face emojis. Kiwis. Children.
Oh, come on.
There's children. There's children
so
emoji
you think he's saying like and bell for Kiwi kids?
Like and the bell stands for notification.
Yep, subscribe. Turn those on.
No, the bell is the notification, not subscribe.
Yeah, but
it's gonna like and receive your notifications. Have a kiwi fruit and 2 kids.
What do you mean by have them?
He's the one that put them on there.
He's making perfect sense. You know what it is?
No, I want to keep guessing. Have a kiwi fruit and 2 kids. You have a kiwi fruit to 2 kids, and you get them in the van. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Have a kiwi fruit and share it with 2 kids. Have a kiwi fruit and don't give it to your kids. Have a kiwi fruit, throw it at your kids. I don't know what it is.
Like and subscribe with the bell on, ladies and gentlemen, for the Kiwi lads.
So it's nothing to do with kids.
No, well, there might be kids watching, but we will not be throwing kiwi fruit at them.
Oh well, we got that wrong.
We got there, and no, you did well.
It's not like and subscribe; it's like and notification.
Yeah, but to put the notifications on, you got to be subscribed. You know.
Yeah. There
you go. Job.
I thought I had it pretty spot on.
Tell you what, Kurt, this could be a game in the future. How you do how people do like movies and they put the emojis and you got to work out what the movie is from emojis.
It's called Guess Who.
Yeah, kind of. I feel like that would be a fun game for George. You up on the screen going, like, I don't know what it would be. Maybe you put a picture of an up arrow and a gun emoji, Top Gun. I don't know, like little ones like that. I love the energy though, says Blues Nate. Yeah, no matter how hard he couldn't get it, he still tried.
Yeah.
Which is the main, that's life lesson right there. Also 38 more and George might have enough for a box of cruisers. Yeah. Getting on it. Yeah. Getting absolutely sloshed.
Well, I mean, you're home alone. It's a Saturday night. Let's get rinsed.
We got a live stream just around the
corner. Who cares? Just do it drunk. Honestly, Hamish, next weekend when your parents aren't here,
okay,
me and Daniel should stay the night, and me and Daniel should do a stream with you drunk. Not you drunk, but me and Daniel drunk. We should do it, and then we'd have to stay the night here. You can't drink and drive, everybody. No. But how funny would that be if you had a streams throughout the night, and me and Daniel were just sitting there going, "Yeah!" Absolutely rinsed. It would be funny as, bro. I'd sleep in your mum's room.
No, you wouldn't. Do you know what my mum said to me before she leaves? This is no joke. She was like, keep the house tidy. Don't let George sleep in our bed.
It's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah. You mean well, though.
Yeah.
Where is George Bridge? He's in Japan or France at the moment.
He's out there making money.
He is. Yeah, pissed up Kiwi lads and go the Chiefs. Thank you, mate, for the live commentary. Can't wait for the draw game against the Waratahs tonight. Draw all the way. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game. I hope the draw can get themselves a victory because then that makes that top 8 just that little bit closer as well for all those sides. There's about 11 teams that can still get into that top 8. Missed conversion, I should mention, for the Hurricanes from their earlier try, but Josh Morby was the try scorer. Guzzler taking some deep breaths now. That is Brody Retallick. And Hamish, you don't sound too sure about George getting drunk and staying over, only because I know that when he's sober, he struggles sometimes to control what he's thinking.
Yeah.
So when he's drunk, it will just come out. And the Kiwi lads, it could be the week we get cancelled.
Nah. No,
Maybe.
won't happen, mate. They're going to prove him drunk. There he is. Red Bull and vodka.
Oh, Stephen. He's getting his breast.
That's one of the teens he claims he pulled.
Breast touched by a woman.
Yeah.
It's Stephen's breast being touched, I should mention. Up the mighty Chiefs. Hi, Hamish and George. Hello, David. Apparently the Hurricanes. There's a late fight back on here, George.
Yeah, cool.
They got possession. 12
They're
points
have to
behind.
really work for it, though. 62nd minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a ruck there from the Chiefs.
Oh.
Okay, Kerr's got the guessing game. Oh, no. Here we go.
I love dogs. I love dogs.
Here we go. You can now hear us.
I love dogs. What's that other emoji?
It looks like a grandma.
I was going to say head. I love dog, head, and tractor. That's fucked up. What is it? It looks like a grandma.
Dog, roof, woof, head.
No, I don't know.
Well, it's definitely in
I love
tractor.
dog something in tractor. I love dog ma, dog grandma. I love. Is it a dog? It is a dog. It's not a cat. I love dog. Old. I don't know. Man, no, I ain't got no. I don't know. Head. I love dog head.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Special for George's cougar face. I see. Mm-hmm.
I love dog cougar. I'm confused. Special for George's cougar face. I don't know. Can you figure out what it is?
I'm getting there slowly, I think, but I'm still a little bit.
I love dog.
Someone explain, please, this Mr. JJ.
I'm confused.
Oh, Chiefs close to the line now.
I'm shitting.
Are you? You probably shouldn't do that.
I don't understand it.
Half a meter out.
Score. I love
Tupavai. Third. Oh, he almost had his hat trick. Nankerval gets closer again. Cortez Ratama inches from the line. Advantage to the Chiefs. They're over. They're being pushed back into the field of play, though.
That kid.
Donovan says held up.
Good work, boys.
Doggying.
No, but what's the grandma emoji?
I think it's you love doggying or doggy styling older woman, MILFs in a tractor. Or something like that.
I love doggy style cougars and tractors. I love doggy cougars and tractors.
No, I don't think it's not quite. Like you got to use a bit of other parts of words.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to use other parts of words. I love dog, cougar, and tractor.
Very close to the line though for the Chiefs, but they will go back for the penalty. Getting hot, Hamish. There's Blues Nate. And do you guys like Nankerval as the AB material, do you think? I think he's got a decent chance.
Yeah.
Like, they still need a 12 other than Harvili. And Nankerval, he's a crash ball runner, so he could be quite handy. Him or an Umaga Jensen might get a chance. Take on 12. McKenzie gets the kick over. Now will now make the score 20 points to 5. That now means that they are behind by 2 converted tries, George.
I don't know. It must be I love dogging girls and tractors.
Which you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
It's a good way to spend a Saturday. Spend my Saturdays here.
Yeah, you do.
Nice take from McKenzie.
Woo.
Now Jacobson charges at the line. Sangster's now on the field, or as I like to call him, stretched out Kyle Mills. Now Cortez Ratama
did he drop the
goes
ball?
across to Brody Retallick. Nil win. Says Mr. Loom. Ngata Akoi now on the field for Tupavai. And there. And hey, George, Hamish, you need a haircut like George. It's kind of, it's not a
not
mile
that
off. Like, it's
far.
not a mile off.
It's just a haircut.
It's just his hairline doesn't start on the top of his head like mine. You know, so he's got a bit more to work with up
You need
top.
to go to Turkey, bro.
I need to go to Ashley and Martin to help me regrow my hair. Kick downfield. Did he ever arrive? Bright 126. Not sure. Not sure there. Oh, big shot on that Koi on the halfway line.
Wouldn't it be nice if
Oh, loose ball. Braden Iosi, look at the acceleration.
Yeah, boy.
And he's in for the
Number
try.
8, he sped up.
Braden
He's
Iosi.
put on the turbos.
He realised that he didn't have as much space as he thought he did, and he just went gonzo.
Gone.
3 for the season. George needs to grow his hair long.
No.
Hammy sideburns. Yeah, see, I end up with sideburns just because I can't grow a proper beard.
You catching him? Nah.
Yeah, he was.
Put on the afterburners.
Good stuff.
God damn.
Back in the match. Oh,
You
Clayton,
see-
you're going to have to pay for that.
Clayton isn't handling it when a team scores against him, even though he's going to win anyway. What's he going to do if he loses the semi-final?
The thing is now, they're not guaranteed to win this game.
He's losing his shit.
Right,
He's
Iosi.
angry.
Speeding up, scoring the try. Yeah, he broke that little walkie-talkie.
What a dick.
Someone's going to have to pay some money for that.
Now I
thing.
really want him to lose.
Okay. Should I check?
Look at him.
Woo.
Oh, he's shitty.
Should I check the odds? We love a good odds check, don't
You
we?
don't know what to do.
Did you send me a message on Messenger? I have 2 messages on. Oh, no, it's my nana.
Hey, bitch, what's up? Got the home to yourself?
No.
Her to you. I'm not meaning you to her. She messages you. Hey, bitch, what's up?
The Hurricanes are $21 underdogs at the moment, George. Cheeky $5 on that, eh?
Yeah, they're not going to get it home.
I don't have $5.
I need another try and some more.
That's not a mile off.
They've got
I have no
12
money.
minutes. He's losing
And also,
his
just
shit.
tuned in. Is the score correct? Have there been no
Clayton.
points scored by either team? What's going up?
Clayton's,
The scoreboard says 20 points to 12.
Hey, Clayton is
No.
still going
Is he
for it.
steaming? He livid.
He's just sitting there going,
As you mentioned, we still don't quite. Well, I think we worked out the
I
translation,
think it's I love dogging old woman in my tractor.
which is true.
No.
No?
Grandma
Well, she might. I can invite her if you like.
Invite her around.
Yeah, you can tell her to her face that you want a doggy with her in a tractor. Wouldn't that be nice?
I've got a little dog, George.
Yeah.
Got a little dog, bit of dog in me, eh? Hey! Get a bit of dog in you.
Mumbo Jumbo said, I like pulling hair. Ratama for the ABs. Now for the great comeback.
Tune, you don't just see a woman and pull on her hair.
No.
Is that
Have to call you
sexual
John
assault?
Key.
He did that though, didn't
He
he?
did, yeah, he was
did
keen
that.
on a
He
bit of a
saw
puller.
little girl and went, yeah. And the mum was like, I wouldn't, John. I just fucking wouldn't.
We got another one from Kerr.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I think that's
See what-
Hurricanes.
Yep. Hurricanes.
Something will win the cup.
Mhm.
But I don't
Walk
know.
into
Middle
the-
emoji.
Walking.
Oh,
I think he's saying is
Hurricanes walk cups.
no, you don't. You gotta use some in between
Okay,
stuff, you know.
So Hurricanes win the cup.
Mm.
Hurricanes walk.
Oh, I love dogging older women in the tractor was the previous one. So yeah, we were pretty close along
Yeah, we
those
were,
lines,
yeah.
weren't we?
Yeah.
Hey George, you should do the ice bucket challenge on
I
Hamish.
think I should too.
I've
Should
done
we
it
film-
before.
Should we do a YouTube short tomorrow?
What, of me doing the ice
Yeah.
bucket challenge? Bring it back. The
Should
thing
do a
is,
video of us reenacting Joe Rogan's cold plunge. He's like, he gets in and he's like, he starts growling.
because everyone remembers the ice bucket challenge, but does anyone remember what the actual?
Wasn't it
I
you were
guess-
donating for cancer or something?
It was the ALS.
What's that?
Exactly. No one knew what it was. Everyone was just dumping water on
Yeah.
their head. And also, George is hilarious. He said he's quite the character. And what a legend, Kerr. Yeah, Kerr is our sponsor at this stage. Like, he comes in every stream, gives me a few dollars.
Sugar Daddy Kerr does what Janae can't. Janae can, but he just refuses not to.
Kerr's our guy.
See, the Chiefs are going for free here, Hamish.
They are.
I'm feeling that pressure.
That kick looks like it's gone over from Macca's.
I reckon old Clayton just lost his shit and said, "I don't give a shit. Just get more points." He was losing it. George drives our tractor. That's right, Mumbo Jumbo. I do.
Kerbala, yeah, you're going to be playing later on in the latter shell game. Right, there's an 11-point lead at the moment. So the Hurricanes need to score twice in this last 10.
James Lowe for
Leinster. Yep. And Jameson gives them Park.
Yeah.
$36 underdogs now, the Canes. It's quite a deficit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roigard off the field for Jamie Booth. Downfield. Wow, that's bounced.
Cat.
That's a kick and a half.
That's a cat.
That's gone far. Just move you into the screen a bit more, buddy. There you go. You're good to go. You can stay up here. We'll just move it over.
That was beautiful there.
That was nice work.
Pass.
Now kicking it in. Oh, it's a charge down.
A simple 1-on-2.
A charge down.
Just a simple 1-on-2 creates a world of space for a player to you know? It's so easy.
Sound like a car going fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hamish, what's Lee's favourite show? The one that he likes the most. Boy has said they can give the bus a chance to play international. Says Boy. Oh, yeah. Don't know, but Lee likes one of his shows. Morning from South Africa, says Evan. Welcome in, mate. I've got a South African game a little bit later on. We will be covering South Africa versus the USA. That is at 1:15 a.m. New Zealand time. I just realized that might have just been a strategy to have like the Hurricanes to win the cup on the screen for a long time. Strategic marketing.
All right. What's the middle emoji?
Yeah, walking their way to the title. That's what he's saying there.
Too many words in between them.
Yeah, but you can do that. You know,
you got to have another emoji.
What's the in-between emoji then?
Well, what would you have it? Hurricanes walking all the way to the cup. You've got to have like something to represent all the way.
Like what?
I don't know. You got to have to look in the emoji section. Maybe someone going, whoa, all the way, you know?
George should do a
man's
Benny
having
Hill
a heart attack. Billy Proctor's like, cheers.
Scored 12 tries throughout his career. He had a very good year last year. He's puffed, though. You see out the emotion on the face. He wants a victory
People
here.
should ask me what I should run about next. I'll find a way.
Look, you made Kerr sad now.
Oh, no. Hurricanes walking to cup.
They got a good shot. You know? They might struggle in this game, though, Kerr. We will say that. But, definitely. Big push. An interception try here. I'll be honest. I really want to see it.
That was going to be a beautiful draw and pass.
7 minutes remaining now.
I love a draw and pass.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Makes you happy.
Sexy.
Takes you back to your younger years when no one passed. Kicked him behind. Chance for Macca's. No. Be taken nicely by the bus.
That wasn't easier in Japan.
Mm.
Go back to Japan then, you dick.
Kicking behind from Joshuani. You notice how all of the players for the Chiefs seem to prefer kicking on their left boot. Thanks!
Get out!
Got attacked there by a spirit.
Did you?
Yeah. Tickled me in the inside.
Yeah.
Jacobson runs it again at the line.
So did that man.
Ooh.
That man that put that thing in your butt. The probe. Draw passing.
It's lovely.
Oh,
it's great.
Beautiful.
Amani Narawa now.
Oh, it's so fun
down
to
the
watch
wing.
him do it.
One
on one.
Knock on.
Oh,
knock on.
2-on-1. You are way laughing.
The knock on.
Oh, guys, talk to me about it. It's so good to see a bit of draw and passing. Billy Proctor needs to leave the field. He's having a heart attack. He's having another one.
And also we have got there. Bless you, says Spider-Man.
Someone needs to look at him. He's dying.
Sneezes are so weird.
He's dying. Look at him. He's not well.
I think it's pectoral.
Oh.
The way that it's either pectoral or shoulder, I would say.
Extremely ill.
You ever torn a tit?
Yeah, no, but like, look at him. He's like.
But yeah, you feel like that part's just kind of a bit wonky. Right? Yeah, when you decide you're a gym goer, and then the next day,
You're like,
you know,
oh, my tits are fucking ripping.
you should.
Put it
Oh,
back
you
down.
wouldn't let me show you that match, would you? Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, WWE. Cody Rhodes tore his pectoral, and it was completely bruised right around here, and it was numb. He couldn't use it.
Nah, I'm good, eh?
And I tried to show you the videos with the
good.
kendo stick,
That's weird.
and he was poking it while
Shut
it was
up,
all purple.
Shut up! I'm weird. I can't talk about muscles and bones and stuff. I can watch guys do surgery on a man and pull out his heart and play with it, and I'm like, that's interesting. But I can't talk about like bones and I don't know. It's not like I find it. It's not that I find it disgusting. I just find it. I kind of find myself moving the body part that they talk about. It's like I don't find it disgusting. I just like, yeah. Like the other day, I watched Conor McGregor's documentary. They're talking about his ankle. That's
brilliant from Kurt. I've got that straight away.
Time running out.
Yeah.
Light up the Hurricanes.
No, not quite.
Catch on fire. Upstairs, Hurricane. Okay, time running out.
Yep. Running out soon.
Time running soon. Fire up Hurricanes.
There you go.
Okay, so time's running out. Fire it up, Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as good.
Julian dropped the ball.
Julian, you dick. You know, I can't talk about like bones and that. And I can't, like, if someone was like, okay, George, you've broken your leg. This is what's happened. I'm like, no.
Don't tell me.
I can't look at X-rays. I can't. Like, I was like, no, I'm good. I don't get. It's weird. Like, I don't find it yuck. I just go like, ugh.
You feel yourself sympathizing with them, kind of like you.
But it's just the thought of like bones, like moving. I'm good. Like I'm not like gonna vomit. I just can't. I don't know how to explain it. I find myself like tensing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
See, the one that gets me is the one when they're in the gym and they're using the leg press.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just go. I'm like, no, stop. Don't put your legs straight out. Don't do that because you're pissing me off. Have it a little bit, loose. Don't put it right. Connor did that in the documentary. He goes out straight. I'm like, no. Shit.
This has been a traumatic day for you so far, hasn't it?
Isn't it just?
A nice run forward from Big Birdie Retallick. 2 minutes remaining in this game. Proctor doing it for the Canes jersey. Injured play on. There's Blues Nate
He's
there.
having a heart attack, but I admire his ability to carry on.
2 minutes remaining now for the Canes. Ball almost bounces out the side for Duplessis Karifi. Looking forward to the next weekend's URC final in Cape Town. Stormers all the way. He's even. Rugby Bulls, Stormers all the way.
Who's that player there?
Dion Forey. Knocked out someone probably. Because he's a beast on the field. Yay! It was my Christmas run.
KSI for you?
Interesting.
I think KSI didn't know what happened. He denied it at the start, and someone showed him. He's like, "Yeah, that did happen. That is what's happened." I don't know how it works with boxing. So
got to go to the commission.
Does it still add as a knockdown?
Well, they'll look at it and they'll decide whether or not it's a disqualification or a no contest.
So if it's a no contest, because they're not really fighting for a belt, though.
No.
So if it's a no contest, do they have to have a rematch, or is it carry on?
No one wants a rematch.
So they can't exactly say 40-1, though.
Well, if he wins by disqualification, he does technically get that win.
He didn't win, though.
No, but he would have.
Everyone will say, okay,
Julian.
Oh, Julian, you dick.
He's dropped it again.
You dick. That's why I don't play for the All Blacks.
I was like, geez, win. We'll continue again next week, too. Oopsies. Rain, go away.
Is that right? Is that another Chiefs player? Fan. Saying what he thinks.
This is why many of a good supply of Cougars? Nah.
No.
Nah, not really. The problem, I said about this yesterday, everyone knows everyone. So you can't,
I don't know that.
like you see someone and you're like, oh, I went to school with you, or I know you from somewhere. So then you'll tell your mum and your mum will tell my mum.
Today I went to the supermarket and walking around with a child. God damn. That's a child.
What their names start with?
H.
Oh.
And I was like, damn.
She got a brother. Name starts with B?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, that's a child.
Jeez, I'm glad I wasn't
That's
there.
a bloody child. Like, I remember you in year 15. And you want your friends, and now you're walking your kid around. Look at that. Little person.
Yeah.
And then you got the other one that starts with G. She got 2. I saw her walking down the street the other day, 2 of them. I was like, that's 2 kids.
You just yell out the window while driving up. That's 2 kids.
Yo! There's 2 kids, man. I remember you in math class. You got kicked out because you wrote boobies on my calculator. I remember you, and now you got 2 kids. Like, they came out of your vagina. God damn! Look at you out there doing it. You know? Yes. It's weird to see it because it's like you. It's like you, but you met a girl and had kids, and I just walk along the road one day. You're just out with your kids, taking them for a walk, and I'm like, there's Hamish with just 2 kids. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know, he worked to make those kids. You know? It's just like one day we'll see Daniel.
Easy.
One day we'll see Daniel Isaac with a kid. And we'll go like, that's a kid. You know, that's his kid. It's just a little human he has created and is now a massive person in his life. It's just his kid. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, God damn. It's weird. You know? Like you go from school where you're making things in technology, you know, wood tech, where you make seats, and now I was like, he's got a kid! He made a kid! You know? And like, they're not little like the 1-year-old, they're like toddlers. You know? Like you think, oh man, high school friends, their kids, they must be real young, but the kid's going to have a diploma next year, you know what I mean? He's going to go skiing and probably doing backflips and stuff. Like he'll be playing rugby in no time. You'll see your friend who used to stand on the sidelines watching you play rugby is now watching your kid play rugby, supporting the kid. Like, that's a kid! You know, it's your kid! It's weird. I don't know, I'm just saying. It's just weird.
Okay.
Things move so quickly.
They do. So what you're saying as the nice message to end on is, I guess, time flies by.
Yeah.
So if you get any opportunities, be sure to take them.
But it's funny because the girl that had the 2 kids said to us in high school, she's like, before I turn 25, I'm going to have 2 kids in my own house. She ain't got a house because New Zealand's economy's fucked. She has 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it one day, I was like, damn, she really spoke it and said it and did it. You know, she actually do be having 2 little kids walking around with her, man. Like she a mum. You know?
Which you enjoy, don't you?
I went to the ball with her.
You did?
You know?
Yeah.
And she just walked around 2 kiddos.
The girl I went to the ball was married and she got a kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did. It's so weird though, isn't it? Like, and then you remember, I'm 24. I guess this is,
Is this your midlife crisis or not quite?
you know, you sort of forget, like, she's 24 as well. You know, our parents probably had kids when like 21. Like, it's old to have kids when you're 24.
Well, how old? How old?
Oh, my mum and dad were pretty old, but a lot of people older used to have kids when they were 19, 18, you know? Yeah, just saying. Like.
I feel like everyone's just, it's interesting.
Like, you know, you have a high school reunion one day and they're just like, there's my kids. I'm like, damn.
What kind of damn use that?
Well, it could be, you know. Like, damn. You're like, get out of it, George. I'm like, just saying. There's a kid.
No.
You have a kid?
No, that was when you were supposed to say that the kid was grown up.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that. I'm not going to put on the kid. Imagine that. You're like, hey, kid, get out of it.
On that note, we do thank you all very much for tuning in. We've got 7s in 5 minutes time. Then we've also got, I'm going to be doing Waratahs. Oh.
Should I? Is that a bird?
I think that's a bee. A wasp.
Should I be back?
He'll be back. I'd be back.
Should I?
Well, we will see you in about 5 minutes. Oh, no, he's got a meeting.
There's no emoji.
He's going to be back. I'd be back.
Oh.
Because he's got a meeting. But yeah, we'll see you at some stage later on tonight, Kerr. I'm sure you will be popping in and out.
What's the shit, though?
Because he's got a meeting, so he's sad that he's got to leave.
Oh, shit. I be back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, should?
Yeah.
You know?
Nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, sure to leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you all in 5 minutes
Yeah.
for that next live stream with Samoa taking on
Cheers.
the
Thank you.
Aussies. We will
Cheers.
see you all
Brown eye.
for the next one.